time for Hey, I'm Talking Here with Frankie Corrado.
How you doing, buddy?
Good, man. Nice to be here.
Nice to have you
How
here.
you doing?
Oh, I'm feeling great. I love getting into the postseason. I love seeing the Sens doing well. You know, we've talked so much about. Remember, it doesn't seem that long ago that we were talking about the Sens and the Maple Leafs both being like 7 points out.
Yeah.
But everybody said, everyone I asked, including yourself, who do you like better to actually make a run? And you all said Ottawa, and you guys were all right. And here they go. They've rattled off 9 of 12 wins. They're 3 points out. So from what you've seen, how have they gotten here?
Well, they've been really consistently stingy defensively. Like, that's the one thing that just has not wavered within that group and the way they play. And you can't take it for granted. Like, that's a really difficult thing to do night in and night out. Like, you're going to have nights where there's slippage, where goals are going in. And it happened for them because their goaltending wasn't very good for a large part of the season. But the consistent defensive play and now getting goaltending that is, you know, above league average or around that at least is really helping this group. Like, James Reimer was really good in this game. He was better than he probably thought he was going to have to be. You roll into town playing against the last place team. Like, this wasn't a banner night for the Senators by any stretch, but he was good.
Yep.
Linus Ullmark has been really good since coming back from the Olympic break. So the fact that they're still this stingy defensive team, they take so much pride in just saying, like, we will wear you down. We'll play boring, mucky hockey, and we love it. And you're not going to love it. That's the MO of the Ottawa Senators, and now they're getting good goaltending to go with it.
And we were just talking about James Reimer off camera, how it's just great to see him in the
Jimmy.
NHL.
my old dinner buddy back in the day when we were on the Leafs finishing in last place.
And here we go again. There it is. Nice. I knew we'd get it eventually. Okay, here's the only negative thing for the Ottawa Senators right now. Jake Sanderson, unbelievable defenseman, out week to week with that upper body injury he suffered on Saturday in that game against the Seattle Kraken. Travis Green announcing that on Monday in Vancouver. So he's going to miss a significant amount of time. It's funny because there was a lot of talk about Steve Staios, Ottawa's GM, maybe going after a defenseman at the deadline.
It would have been on the right side if you went after someone.
So he didn't do that. How do you feel about this team's chances? Obviously, they're okay right now, but how do you feel about them week to week without Sanderson?
Like, it goes without saying, Jake Sanderson is an immensely talented player, a huge part of the team. They are going to miss him. But they are in a position where they can weather this storm for a couple reasons. The first reason is Thomas Chabot. Like, keep in mind, he has been, from the moment he stepped foot in the league, munching like 25 to 27 minutes a night. Like, he was the #1 defenseman on this team for a long time. In came Jake Sanderson. It changed the dynamic, and it also changed Thomas Chabot. Now he's a little more refined in his game. He's a little more polished. He picks his spots better. So he's in a position where he can absorb a lot of the responsibility that Jake Sanderson takes on. And Tyler Klevin, who's normally like a third-pair guy, he's better than a third-pair guy. So he can play higher in the lineup, and you feel like you're comfortable allocating those minutes. And the other thing is, like the Senators, they just have to be a good defensive team,
right?
Which they still are. Like, yes, not having Jake Sanderson hurts, but as a collective group, they can still play to their identity for the time being without Jake Sanderson.
That's fair. I liked your point about Klevin, too. Let's see how this goes. Oh, that was a good one. Up next, the Sens return home to face their division rivals, the Montreal Canadiens.